Reality television is a genre of television programming that documents ostensibly unscripted real-life situations, and often features an otherwise unknown cast. It differs from documentary television in that the focus tends to be on drama and personal conflict, rather than simply educating viewers. Reality TV programs also often bring participants into situations and environments that they would otherwise never be a part of. The genre has various standard tropes, including confessionals, used by cast members to express their thoughts, which often double as the show's narration. In competition-based reality shows, a notable subset, there are other common elements such as one participant being eliminated per episode, a panel of judges, and the concept of immunity from elimination. The genre may have begun in earnest in 1991 with the Dutch series Number 28, which was the first show to bring together strangers and record their interactions. It then exploded as a phenomenon in the late 1990s and early 2000s with the global success of the series Survivor, Idols and Big Brother. These shows and a number of others became global franchises, spawning local versions in dozens of countries. Reality television as a whole has become a fixture of television programming. In the United States, various channels have retooled themselves to focus on reality programs, most famously MTV, which began in 1981 as a music video pioneer, before switching to a nearly all-reality format in the early 2000s. There are gray areas around what is classified as reality television. Documentaries, television news, sports television, talk shows and traditional game shows are not classified as reality television, even though they contain elements of the genre, such as unscripted situations and sometimes unknown participants. Other genres that predate the reality television boom have sometimes been retroactively grouped into reality TV, including hidden camera shows such as Candid Camera, talent search shows such as the original Amateur Hour, documentary series about ordinary people such as the Up series, high-concept game shows such as The Dating Game, home improvement shows such as This Old House and court shows featuring real-life cases such as The People's Court. Reality television has faced significant criticism since its rise in popularity. Much of the criticism has centered on the use of the word reality, and such shows attempt to present themselves as a straightforward recounting of events that have occurred. Critics have argued that reality television shows do not accurately reflect reality, in ways both implicit and deceptive or even fraudulent, such as misleading editing, participants being coached in what to say or how to behave, storylines generated ahead of time, and scenes being staged or restaged for the cameras. Other criticisms of reality television shows include that they are intended to humiliate or exploit participants, that they make stars out of either untalented people unworthy of fame, infamous personalities, or both, and that they glamorize vulgarity and materialism. History. Television formats portraying ordinary people in unscripted situations are almost as old as the television medium itself. Producer-host Alan Funt's Candid Camera, in which unsuspecting people were confronted with funny, unusual situations and filmed with a hidden camera, first aired in 1948, and is often seen as a prototype of reality television programming. 1940s–1950s precedents for television that portrayed people in unscripted situations began in the late 1940s. Queen for a Day was an early example of reality-based television. The 1946 television game show Cash and Carry sometimes featured contestants performing stunts. Debuting in 1948, Alan Funt's hidden camera show Candid Camera broadcast unsuspecting ordinary people reacting to pranks. In 1948, talent search shows Ted Mack's original Amateur Hour and Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts featured amateur competitors and audience voting. In the 1950s, game shows Beat the Clock and Truth or Consequences involved contestants in wacky competitions, stunts, and practical jokes. Confession Was a Crime, police show which aired from June 1958 to January 1959, with interviewer Jack Wyatt questioning criminals from assorted backgrounds. The radio series Night Watch tape recorded the daily activities of Culver City, California police officers. The series You Asked For It incorporated audience involvement by basing episodes around requests sent in by postcard from viewers. 1960s–1970s First broadcast in the United Kingdom in 1964, the Granada television documentary 7 Up broadcast interviews with a dozen ordinary 7-year-olds from a broad cross-section of society and inquired about their reactions to everyday life. Every 7 years, a film documented the life of the same individuals during the intervening period, titled the Up series. Episodes include 7+7, 21 Up, etc. It is still ongoing. The program was structured as a series of interviews with no element of plot. However, it did have the then new effect of turning ordinary people into celebrities. The first reality show in the modern sense may have been the series The American Sportsman, which ran from 1965 to 1986 on ABC in the United States. A typical episode featured one or more celebrities, and sometimes their family members, being accompanied by a camera crew on an outdoor adventure, such as hunting, fishing, hiking, scuba diving, rock climbing, wildlife photography, horseback riding, race car driving, and the like, with most of the resulting action and dialogue being unscripted, except for the narration. Another precursor may be considered Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, which aired from 1963 through 1988. This show featured zoologist Marlon Perkins traveling across the globe and illustrating the wide variety of animal life on the planet. Though mostly a travelogue, it was popular in syndication and new episodes were produced through the 80s. In the 1966 direct cinema film Chelsea Girls, Andy Warhol filmed various acquaintances with no direction given. The Radio Times Guide to Film 2007 stated that the film was to blame for reality television. The 12-part 1973 PBS series An American Family showed a nuclear family going through a divorce. Unlike many later reality shows, it was more or less documentary in purpose and style. In 1974 a counterpart program, The Family, was made in the UK, following the working-class Wilkins family of Reading. Other forerunners of modern reality television were the 1970s productions of Chuck Barris, The Dating Game, The Newlywed Game and The Gong Show, all of which featured participants who were eager to sacrifice some of their privacy and dignity in a televised competition. In 1978, Living in the Past recreated life in an Iron Age English village. 1980s–1990s producer George Schlatter capitalized on the advent of videotape to create Real People, a surprise hit for NBC, which ran from 1979 to 1984. The success of Real People was quickly copied by ABC with That's Incredible, a stunt show co-hosted by Fran Tarkenton. The Canadian series Thrill of a Lifetime, a fantasies-fulfilled reality show, originally ran from 1982 to 1988 and was revived from 2001 to 2003. In 1985, underwater cinematographer Al Giddings teamed with former Miss Universe Shawn Weatherly on the NBC series Ocean Quest, which chronicled Weatherly's adventures scuba diving in various exotic locales. Weatherly was nominated for an Emmy Award for Outstanding Achievement in Informational Programming. Cops, which first aired in the spring of 1989 on Fox and came about partly due to the need for new programming during the 1988 Writers Guild of America strike, showed police officers on duty apprehending criminals. It introduced the camcorder look and cinema verite feel of much of later reality television. The series Number 28, which aired on Dutch television in 1991, originated the concept of putting strangers together in the same environment for an extended period of time and recording the drama that ensued. Number 28 also pioneered many of the stylistic conventions that have since become standard in reality television shows, including a heavy use of soundtrack music, the interspersing of events on screen with after-the-fact confessionals recorded by cast members that serve as narration. 1 year later, the same concept was used by MTV in its new series The Real World. Number 28 creator Eric Latour has long claimed that The Real World was directly inspired by his show. However, the producers of The Real World have stated that their direct inspiration was An American Family. According to television commentator Charlie Brooker, this type of reality television was enabled by the advent of computer-based non-linear editing systems for video in 1989. These systems made it easy to quickly edit hours of video footage into a usable form, something that had been very difficult to do before. The series Expedition Robinson, created by television producer Charlie Parsons, which first aired in 1997 in Sweden, added to the number 28 real-world template the idea of competition and elimination, in which cast members, contestants battled against each other and were removed from the show until only one winner remained. Changing Rooms, a program that began in 1996, showed couples redecorating each other's houses, and was the first reality show with a self-improvement or makeover theme. The dating reality show Street Mate premiered in the UK in 1998. Originally created by Gabe Sax's Street Match, it was a flop in the United States. However, the show was revamped in the UK by Tiger Aspect Productions and became a cult hit. The production team from the original series went on to create popular reality shows Strictly Come Dancing, Location, and the revamped MasterChef, amongst others. The 1980s and 1990s were also a time when tabloid talk shows came to rise, many of which featured the same types of unusual or dysfunctional guests who would later become popular as cast members of reality shows. 2000s reality television saw an explosion of global popularity in the late 1990s and early 2000s. With the successes of the Big Brother and Survivor, Expedition Robinson franchises. In the United States, reality television programs experienced a temporary decline in viewership in 2001, leading some entertainment industry columnists to speculate that the genre was a temporary fad that had run its course. Reality shows that suffered from low ratings included The Amazing Race, Lost and The Mole. However, this proved not to be the case for stronghold shows Survivor and American Idol, which both topped the U.S. season average television ratings in the 2000s. Survivor led the ratings in 2001-2, and Idol has the longest hold on the No. 1 rank in the American television ratings, dominating over all other primetime programs and other television series in the overall viewership tallies for 8 consecutive years. From the 2003-2004 to the 2010-2011 television seasons. Internationally, a number of shows created in the late 1990s and 2000s have had massive global success. At least 10 reality television franchises created during that time have had over 30 international adaptations each. The singing competition franchises Idols, Star Academy and The X Factor. Other competition franchises Survivor, Expedition Robinson, Big Brother, Got Talent, Top Model, MasterChef and Dancing with the Stars, and the investment franchise Dragon's Den. Several reality game shows from the same period have had even greater success, including Deal or No Deal, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Weakest Link, with over 50 international adaptations each. In India, the competition show Indian Idol was the most popular television program for its first 6 seasons. The 2000s saw the launches of 3 television channels devoted exclusively to reality television. Fox Reality in the United States, which existed from 2005 to 2010, Global Reality Channel in Canada, which lasted 2 years from 2010 to 2012, and Zone Reality in the United Kingdom, which operated from 2002 to 2009. In addition, several other cable channels, including Bravo, A&E, TLC, History, VH1 and MTV, changed their programming to mostly comprise reality television series during the 2000s. During the early part of the 2000s, network executives expressed concern that reality television programming was limited in its appeal for DVD reissue and syndication. DVDs for reality shows in fact sold briskly. Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, The Amazing Race, Project Runway and America's Next Top Model all ranked in the top DVDs sold on Amazon.com. And in the mid-2000s, DVDs of The Simple Life outranked scripted shows like The OC and Desperate Housewives. Syndication, however, has indeed proven problematic. Shows such as Fear Factor, Cops and Wife Swap, in which each episode is self-contained, can indeed be rerun fairly easily, but usually only on cable television or during the daytime. Season-long competitions such as The Amazing Race, Survivor and America's Next Top Model generally perform more poorly and usually must be rerun in marathons to draw the necessary viewers to make it worthwhile. Another option is to create documentaries around series, including extended interviews with the participants and outtakes not seen in the original airings. The syndicated series American Idol Rewind is an example of this strategy. Cops has had huge success in syndication, direct response sales and DVD. A Fox staple since 1989, Cops has, as of 2013, outlasted all competing scripted police shows. Another series that has seen wide success is Cheaters, which has been running since 2000 in the US, and is syndicated in over 100 countries worldwide. In 2001, the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences added the reality genre to the Emmy Awards in the category of Outstanding Reality Program. In 2003, to better differentiate between competition and informational reality programs, a second category, Outstanding Reality Competition Program, was added. In 2008, a third category, Outstanding Host for a Reality or Reality Competition Program, was added. In 2007, the web series The Next Internet Millionaire appeared. It was a competition show based in part on The Apprentice, and was billed as the world's first internet reality show. 2010s In 2010, The Tester became the first reality television show aired over a video game console. By 2012, many of the long-running reality television show franchises in the United States, such as American Idol, Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelor, had begun to see declining ratings. However, reality television as a whole remained durable in the US, with hundreds of shows across many channels. In 2012, New York Magazine's Vulture blog published a humorous Venn diagram showing popular themes across American reality shows then running, including shows set in the U.S. states of Alaska, Louisiana, and Texas, shows about cakes, weddings and pawnbrokers, and shows, usually competition-based, whose title includes the word wars. The Voice, a singing competition franchise created by John DeMol that started in 2010, is the newest highly successful reality television franchise, with almost 50 international adaptations. Duck Dynasty, a reality series featuring the Robertson family that founded Duck Commander in 2013, became the most popular reality series in U.S. cable television history. Its fourth season premiere was viewed by nearly 12 million viewers in the United States, most of which were in rural markets. Its rural audience share has ranked in the 30s, an extremely high number for any series broadcast or cable. In 2014, Entertainment Weekly and Variety again noted a stagnation in reality television programs ratings in the U.S., which they attributed to the diminishing returns of cable TV's sea of reality sameness.